You tell yourself, this time, I'll stay consistent. For a few days, maybe even a week, you actually do. You wake up early, you eat clean, you study, you hit the gym. Then something happens. One bad day. One distraction. One I'll do it tomorrow. And before you know it, you're back at square one. You start thinking, maybe I'm just not built for this. But what if I told you? The problem isn't you. It's the way you've been trying to stay consistent. We all love the idea of discipline, that dream version of ourselves, focused, driven, unstoppable. But when it comes down to doing the work every single day, something breaks. Because staying consistent isn't just about willpower. It's about psychology. It's about how your mind reacts to pressure, reward, and failure. And if you don't understand that, you'll keep falling into the same cycle again and again. So let's break it down. Why you can't stay consistent and how to finally fix it. Point 1. You're relying on motivation, not momentum. You wait for motivation to show up before you act. You think, once I feel ready, I'll start. But motivation is like a bad friend. It shows up late and it never stays long. The truth is, consistent people don't depend on motivation. They depend on momentum. They start small, they move even when they don't feel like it. Because they know, once you start moving, motivation follows, not the other way around. Think about it. When you've ever forced yourself to start studying, working out, or cleaning, didn't you feel more into it after a few minutes? That's momentum. It's physics. An object in motion stays in motion, and that includes you. So, stop waiting to feel ready. Start messy. Start tired. Start small. Because movement creates the energy you're waiting for. Point 2. You're treating every day like a test, not a process. You expect perfection from yourself. You think missing one day means failure. You think being tired means you're weak. So the moment you slip, you mentally quit. But consistency isn't about never missing. It's about never stopping for too long. The people you admire, the ones who seem so disciplined, they miss days too. They mess up too. They just don't label it as failure. They treat it like part of the process. Because the truth is, progress isn't linear. Peaks and valleys, focus and fatigue. And that's okay. The real question isn't, did I fail today? It's, will I show up again tomorrow? Consistency is a relationship. And like any relationship, it's not about being perfect every day. It's about showing up even when it's uncomfortable. Point 3. You're addicted to the result, not the routine. Most people start something because they want a reward, the six-pack, the grades, the success. But here's the problem. When results come slow, motivation dies. You start asking, what's the point? You lose interest because you were never in love with the process. Love with the outcome. If you only show up when you see results, you'll quit every time life tests your patience. Because consistency is built on identity, not outcome. You have to shift from, I want to achieve this, to, I'm the kind of person who does this. You're not trying to be a reader, you are a reader. You're not trying to be disciplined, you are disciplined. That identity shift changes everything, because when it becomes who you are, you don't need to chase results. Create them. Point 4. Fighting your mind instead of working with it. Your brain is designed to avoid pain and seek comfort. So every time you try to change your routine, your brain screams danger. That's why new habits feel so hard. But the secret is, don't fight it, hack it. Make your goals so small that your brain doesn't feel threatened. Want to start journaling? Write one sentence. Want to meditate? Sit still for 1 minute. Want to go to the gym? Just put your shoes on. Once you reduce the mental friction, your brain adapts. And when it feels safe, it lets you go further. The point isn't to do more today. It's to build the system that lets you do it tomorrow. Consistency is not about discipline alone. It's about designing an environment your lazy self can't ruin. So here is the takeaway: you're not broken. You're just stuck in the wrong system. The key to consistency isn't superhuman discipline. It's small, repeated motion. It's forgiving yourself when you fall. It's making the process enjoyable enough that quitting feels unnatural. If you can shift from chasing motivation to building momentum, from fearing failure to embracing progress, and from obsessing over results to loving the process, finally break the cycle. Because consistency isn't something you find. It's something you build, one day at a time. So tell me this. Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if this hit home for you, hit that like button, subscribe for more weekly mindset breakdowns, and remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again.